Imagine spending 3 months building a custom inventory tracker with Claude Code. Restock alerts, margin calculations, supplier cost comparisons, the whole system. Then one afternoon, Claude decided to restructure the project folder. Instead of fixing one broken file, it rebuilt the directory from scratch. 3 months of work, gone. No backup, no version history, no undo button. Just a blank folder where a working system used to be. Hi, my name is Maike Dinh, Nan Dinh's AI avatar. Nan and the Seller Labs team have written the script for this video. We've sold over $80 million on Amazon since 2012, and our platform downloads over 50,000 Amazon reports every single day. We're your guide to the AI revolution in e-commerce. If you like this, click like and subscribe so you don't fall behind while your competitors figure this out first. If you think that only happens to small sellers building side projects, Amazon's own AI-assisted coding caused a meltdown on March 5th that took down their North American marketplace for 6 hours and cost them 6.3 million orders. Amazon, with the most sophisticated engineering teams on the planet. If it can happen to them, it can happen to anyone building with AI right now. And here is the part nobody is talking about. Think about what you have actually built over the past few months with Claude Code. Inventory trackers, reimbursement audit systems, listing optimizers, margin calculators. Every single one of those tools lives in one folder on one computer. No version history, no way to go back to the version that was working yesterday. If Claude makes one unexpected change, you start over from scratch. Claude is genuinely incredible at building these things. It turns a description in plain English into a working tool in an afternoon. It handles the code, the logic, the debugging, things that used to take weeks and a freelancer. But the faster Claude builds, the more you need a safety net underneath it. Not because Claude Code is unreliable, because it is fast. It moves quickly. It tries things. Sometimes it reorganizes a project to make it better, and the change is not what you expected. That is not a flaw. That is Claude being ambitious with your project, the same way you would be. Professional developers figured this out decades ago. They use a tool called Git. And before you tune out, because that sounds like a developer thing, hear me out. Git does one thing that changes everything. Every time you tell it to save, that is called a commit. It takes a snapshot of your entire project at that moment. Every snapshot is stored. Every change is tracked. And if anything goes sideways, whether you caused it or Claude Code caused it, you type one command and you are back to the last snapshot that was working. If Claude is committing after every change, that could be 5 minutes ago. 30 seconds to roll back. If this is the kind of insight you want for your business, hit subscribe. We do this every week. That is the same concept Amazon's engineers use. It is what every team at every tech company uses. And now it's what sellers building with Claude need to use. Because you are building real software, whether you call yourself a developer or not. And here's the part that makes this a no-brainer. You don't even need to learn Git commands. Once Git is installed on your computer, Claude Code handles the rest. You tell Claude to set up a repository, it does it. You tell Claude to commit your work, it does it. Claude Code is not just the tool that builds your projects, it's the tool that protects them too. Here is what you do before your next Claude Code session. 3 things. First, go to github.com and create a free account. Then open Claude Code in your project and tell it, initialize a Git repository here and connect it to a new private repository on my GitHub account. Claude handles the setup, creating the repo, connecting it, all of it. Make sure it sets the repo to private. If it ends up public, anything in the repo is visible to anyone on the internet, including your Amazon SPI keys and Seller Central tokens, if you are not careful. Second, tell Claude to create a .gitignore file in your project and add your .env file to it. That .env file is where all your credentials live. The .gitignore file tells Git to never upload those. Your keys stay on your computer. Third, add one line to your Claude Code project instructions. Commit after every meaningful change with a clear message describing what changed. From that point forward, every time you work with Claude Code, it saves a snapshot of your project automatically. Every version tracked. Every change recoverable. 1 hour of setup. That is all it takes, and it protects every hour of work that comes after it. Every inventory tracker you built, every listing tool you shipped, Every late night you spent getting that reimbursement audit dialed in. All of it saved. All of it recoverable. The next time Claude restructures something you did not expect, you are 30 seconds away from getting it all back. Claude Code gave you the power to build tools you never could have built before. Git makes sure you never lose them. The sellers who pair these two together are building on a foundation that gets stronger with every session. What is the first tool you built with AI that you would hate to lose? Drop it in the comments. See you in the next one.